What is a pretty name? I was at the grocery store with my daughter, who was about 4 at the time. She was sitting in the cart, and I was pushing her around while we shopped. We were in the produce section when a woman walked by us. She was very pretty, and my daughter noticed. She looked at the woman and said, "You're pretty." The woman smiled and said, "Thank you." My daughter then asked, "What's your name?" The woman replied, "My name is Sarah." My daughter then said, "Sarah is a pretty name." The woman smiled again and said, "Thank you." We continued shopping, and a few minutes later, another woman walked by us. She was not as conventionally attractive as the first woman, but my daughter didn't care. She looked at the woman and said, "You're pretty." The woman smiled and said, "Thank you." My daughter then asked, "What's your name?" The woman replied, "My name is Linda." My daughter then said, "Linda is a pretty name." The woman smiled and said, "Thank you." We finished our shopping and went home. Later that night, I was tucking my daughter into bed, and I asked her, "Why did you tell those women at the store that they were pretty?" My daughter replied, "Because they were pretty." I then asked, "What if you see someone who isn't pretty? What will you say?" My daughter thought for a moment and then said, "I would say they have a pretty name."